Vincent, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Michael. How are you?
Yes, I'm well. I'm well. Yes. How are you?
Good. Feeling a bit kind of not flat, foggy. Feeling foggy today. I don't know why. Just feel like I woke up in a fog.
Yes. Well, let's just before we get on to that, can we just? Yes, we will obviously. Thanks for sending through the photo. Everything's in order. Just quickly checking in. No harm, no self harm.
No.
So all good on that front.
Yes, all good. Yes, all good. No harm. I'm prone. As you see in the photo, I'm prone. I am using a couple more pillows because I do get a bit of a stiff neck.
Good. Yes.
With it, and I thought that would be okay, but all good.
Excellent. And just before I get on, just quickly checking in. No issues with all that Anita Biard stuff. That's all behind you now. That's all fine.
Yes, I'm still embarrassed that I'm.
Oh no.
I made that up.
No. It's not about. No, it's more just in terms of dealing with your partner. But I'm glad that's you've put that behind you, and that's great. But listen.
Yes.
But before we get started, and we need to obviously uncover the fog. I've got some good news for you. Just and this may lift your spirits, so to speak.
Fantastic. Yes.
We touched a little while ago about the study that we were going to take part in together. With my supervisor as well about the special wants adults that you kindly agreed.
Oh yes, and, I forgot about that. Well, yes, special wants. Yes,
special wants adults, which I diagnosed you as a special wants child who graduated or into a special wants adult, and the results have come back from the in-depth survey that you did. And I'm pleased to say, and we'll obviously discuss this in future sessions because we need to get onto your fog and making sure we can lift that in the session today. But I'm pleased to say that you're in the upper range of a special wants adult, which is fantastic. It's great because you graduate or matriculate, I think is the right word, to the next level of the study. So we'll obviously be able to progress and we can take part in the next stage of the survey. But listen, that's just by the by. So let's just get on with it. So Vincent, what do you have to bring to the session today?
Well, we had some. I have been feeling anxious. Mainly we had some guests come and stay at our house from they're farmers and they're from King Island. And they stayed the weekend, and we had a small dinner party to celebrate them being here. They were just here for a night in transit on their way back to King Island, and I noticed there were a lot of flies in the house. And we're in the dead of winter and I'm thinking, why are there so many flies? And I'm thinking, did they bring the flies with them because they're farmers? So it really put me on edge because there was lots of these flies in the kitchen, in the bedroom. I spent most of my time killing the flies with either fly spray or a fly, a swat. It really got to me. I was given a couple of Christmases ago a little plastic gun that fires at quite a powerful range. This sort of little dart thing with a rubber thing. It's a fly killer. And I actually bought that out. And I hit the farmer's wife in the forehead.
Oh no.
Yes. I got into trouble. I was, it was very embarrassing. My partner's very upset still about it. But, I mean, bygones be bygones, whatever had happened. The thing was that there's still these flies in the house. Did they bring them in? And then I started dreaming about flies. And then the whole thing sort of took off because I'm thinking, what do flies mean? That whole Freudian thing, what do flies mean in a dream? So it's just been one sort of anxiety event after the other.
Goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'll just take action. If I take action, things happen, and I shouldn't. I should have just let the flies be.
Well, there's a couple of things. Well, first of all, with this gun. I mean, look, obviously, just from a health and safety point of view. I mean,
yes.
Obviously, everyone should have been wearing safety goggles when you brought it out. It's very.
It would have been hard with the dinner party.
Well, it's very, very lucky you didn't hit the farmer's wife in the eye, especially given that you came so close with the forehead. Firstly, so
yes.
Wow. So when I asked you about any harm or self harm, you obviously misled me because there had been some harm.
Yes, I inflicted harm, I guess.
Well, you did. In future, I think you need to be more. Well, you sounded like you misled me at the outset of the discussion because you had inflicted some harm.
Yes. I didn't think. I didn't realise I've been in such a fog about.
Yes.
About the flies.
Well, I'm glad the fog is starting to lift, and that's what this session is really about. So that's firstly, and these flies were they? Well, tell me, were they large flies or?
They're sort of normal size. They're quite sluggish. That's why it was really good with the gun. You could kind of hit them.
So you were aiming.
Fast.
They weren't fast though. So you were aiming for these flies.
Yeah.
Well. And have they did the flies?
Michael, please, you're serious.
Did the flies leave when your friends from King Island left, or did some of them stay? Did they?
No. Well, there were less of them around. And there were a couple. I mean, even yesterday I saw one and I sort of tried to hit it with the tea towel. Uh-huh. And then I saw a dead fly on the ground and that was the last straw. Yesterday I sort of collapsed because I'm thinking, what are we going to do about all these flies? Mm. And then when I went to inspect more closely this fly that was on the ground, wondering whether it was alive, I realised it was a coffee bean.
Oh, of course. Very easy to confuse. Yes, understandable.
Yes, because the people from King Island drink a lot of coffee, and I was always, always putting coffee beans into the machine.
Yes.
And one must have dropped.
Well, now that's and again that's can I just point out we've got some serious health and safety issues going on there because I know you mentioned you're Italian and we talked about coffee before, but you've got to be careful and you obviously grind your own beans, right?
Yes.
You've got to be very careful dropping coffee beans because if you ever, especially with the kind of shoes you've talked about it, if you ever. You could go.
Yeah, I get the point, Michael. I get the point. There's a lot going on here.
You could go. You could go properly to jump on.
Well, yeah. Well, so anyway, look, the flies. The thing for me was, yeah. Sorry.
Have you ever had an incident with a coffee bean?
Sorry? What?
I wanted to. Have you ever had an incident with a stray coffee bean on the floor where you've or your partner indeed have stepped on one where you sort of slipped and.
No, I'm very fortunate.
You know what? I think you should consider yourself very lucky.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
But Vincent, look, I'm glad you brought these things up because they do. I think what they indicate to me is I think you're well when it comes to health and safety, with the gun, with, shooting your guests in the face, and dropping coffee beans all over the floor. I think your approach to health and safety, which is to be fair, that's why I ask you every time about harm and self-harm, walking into doors, getting.
Yes, I have to take that more seriously.
Get a bit of a shove, and look, it's not a laughing matter really. It sounds to me like you have a very, how to put it. A very lackadaisical approach to just basic health and safety, and I think I need to be a little bit more rigorous about the questions because I tend to sort of gloss over these things. Well, you tend to gloss over. I just say, look, have you harmed or self-harmed? And you say no, not really. But then we probe a little bit, and it turns out, well, you have, and B, there have been some very close calls. Look, to be honest, I'm getting concerned, and I'm not at the stage yet where I would report you. But look, it's a fine line, to be honest.
Yes. Well, thank you for your concern. I will take that on board, Michael. I will take that on board. I feel a weight's lifted just by talking about this stuff. And I did want to mention to you, I did have a bit of a business proposition for you.
Go on.
Just because I know that business is good. You're an entrepreneur. I know that. I know that that's in your spirit. And I was thinking that, like, on the internet, there's no real proper database for analysts, for psychologists, to sort of like get information, like a sort of all-in-one stop, place where they can get, information about Freud or interpretation of dreams, breaking down, all that sort of stuff, just all in one place. And I thought it would be a really good thing to set up, and you could monetize it, make a lot of money, and you could call it Internet Freud.
Internet Freud, yes. No, that's.
I think it's a goer.
It's a good idea. I'll no, definitely. Let's explore that in one of our sessions. I think that's a great idea.
I'll send you a business plan.
Please, let's do that. Terrific. But look, Vincent, our time is up. So thank you. Let's regroup, and I will send you. Let's follow up on the special wants thing, and let's speak again when you're next available. Yes. Take care. And do indeed, do take care.